Hey, good evening, everybody. I'm Amy, and you are here live around 5. We come here every evening, Monday through Friday, live around 5, because my goal is to help you be resilient and successful. I've had a lot of knocks in my life. I bet you have too, a lot of challenges. And my superpower is resilience, and it's teaching you how to be resilient too. And so tonight's topic is something you may need some help on, and it's moving on after disappointment. I think if we are living our proper life, if we are striving for those stretch goals, if we are dreaming about what we're truly made for and capable of, we'll experience disappointment along the way because that's just life, right? You make big goals, maybe you come close to a couple and it doesn't quite work out. That can be really disappointing. So, how do you move on? How do you do better? And the first thing I would say is acknowledge your feelings. I don't believe it ever works to just say, hey, fake it until you make it, put a smile on, no big deal, unless you've acknowledged your feelings and kind of worked through them a little bit. Let yourself be disappointed. It's okay to say, that was hard. I really wanted that to happen. But then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of find purpose and we're going to reflect. What happened? What can I learn from this? How can I do better next time? What is this teaching me? And possibly to kind of realize that a lot of the times disappointment doesn't necessarily feel like disappointment 6 months later. What do I mean like that by that? What I mean by that is 9 times out of 10, when something difficult is happening in my life and I'm wondering, why is this happening? What is the direction this is taking me in? What is the road this is putting me in or the road this is taking me off? It's an improvement. It takes me a while. That's not always the case. Of course, we've all had terrible things happen. And I certainly have too, where we would do anything to change them, anything to make them better. And it's not for a good reason. It doesn't make our life better. And that's when you go back to making sure you're feeling those feelings. But make sure you're really kind of finding the purpose in the disappointment and working through learning from your experiences, because that's really what we're all here to do, right? If you're not improving yourself, if you're not becoming a better person, if you're not becoming a better husband, wife, employee, child, parent, whatever it is, we're wasting our time. Don't do that. Time is the only thing you can't get back. The other thing is practice self care. If you've had a really big disappointment and it's impacting you, acknowledge that with taking better care of yourself. Eat a little bit better. Make sure you're giving yourself plenty of sleep and hydration. I support myself through natural habits, through making sure that I'm getting extra of maybe my supplements that I know support me, that help my underlying mood. They're going to help buoy me. Maybe do something fun, something that you love. And in fact, my therapist taught me to make a list of those self-care activities. So that's your assignment from this, is to make a list of self-care activities. What do you do if you could do anything? Is it read a book, take a bath, go play golf, work out, go for a walk with a friend, have lunch with a friend, sleep a little, have a nap, get a massage? Make a list of things that don't cost anything and add a list of things that are a bit of a treat that you can still maybe leverage. But make sure that when you're in that depths of disappointment and struggle, you're not trying to figure out at that point, what do I need? A lot of the times, the coping skills and the comfort things that we go for aren't the things that are best for us. And I've been learning a lot in the 11-day jumpstart about the fact that we can have tons of stuff that feels like a treat that's not still undermining our health. So think about what it is for you with self-care. Flip the script, right? Disappointment might be the key to your success. Use it as fuel. Use it as fire. Maybe you were running for a promotion and you didn't quite get it, but you were close. So analyze, okay, shoot, I'm disappointed. I didn't get that promotion, but I learned 3 things and I'm going to integrate those into my skill set. And next time I go up for that promotion, I'm going to nail it. I'm going to get it. And that's my new goal. One of the things I talk about and I learned about this year is setting 90-day goals. Remember, we like SMART goals. So they need to be specific. They need to be time limited. You need to be something that can be achieved. You need to be able to measure them. And saying in 90 days, I'm going to be the best candidate for that job would be a great SMART goal for that, right? My current SMART goal is to reach a certain level of inflammation that I released by March 31st, 2023. It's 90 days, right? So that's my first goal this year, is to get myself healthy. I've been playing with the same 10 pounds for 20 years, and I don't need to do that anymore because I know how to get rid of it. So it was a disappointment to me every time I didn't reach that goal. And now I've committed myself for 90 days to do it. So I've flipped the script, I've taken control, and I've got new tools that are going to help me along the way. That's the last thing. Make sure you're using your tools that you have at your resources, whatever it is for you. Maybe it's going to be talking to a mentor. Maybe it's going to be talking to your spouse or your friend, but make sure that you have someone that you can bounce these things off of. There are always some things that I recommend, and I'll reiterate them here. They'll be in the comments or they'll be in the caption. But first and foremost is make sure you're surrounded by positive people. I think that is one of the most powerful things that you can do in your life to level up and change what you're doing. Not just positive, but powerful people. If you're the smartest person in the room all the time, you're in the wrong room. If you are always the one leading everything, you're not in the right group. You need to have people around you that are pushing you, challenging you, educating you. And then you're giving back, of course. It's not like you're low man on the totem pole, but you need to have people who are really mentoring you and lifting you up. And my free Facebook group, Resilient and Successful Lifestyle, has exactly that. We've got great guides that are organized to give you some good bite-sized trainings where you can figure out how you want to work from home or whether you want to have a small business from home, how to get your mindset right, how to be resilient. And we're actually starting a 5-day challenge next week, 5 days to a more resilient you, because I think we've all been through so much and we're just losing our resilience. It feels like our resilience is a level, right? And we get hit, we try to build back, and we get hit and we try to build back, and our reserves are low. So I'm going to give you 5 days where you're going to be able to have wonderful go-to practices that are practical, that are implementable, and that'll help you be more resilient. The other thing I love to use, of course, is my Wave Watch. This helps me with my Bell's palsy for sure. I've been wearing it today, so you could probably see that. But it also has 850 settings about other things that could impact you. It's based on sound therapy, and there's a huge range of emotional tools that you can use for anxiety, for sleeplessness, for stress. And I think emotionally, we need to use all of these variety of tools that have been used for thousands of years, right? Why ignore what we know works? I always love to recommend BetterHelp if you're feeling like your lack of resilience and your disappointment is getting to the level where you need help with it, where the tools that we've talked about just feel like a drop in the bucket and you really need a professional therapist to talk to. I've got a link here for BetterHelp that'll give you 2 free weeks of therapy. The link for my Wave Watch will also give you $100 off if you use Amy W100 of that watch. Last but not least is my favorite emotional oils. I use essential oils every single day to support my emotions. I use Valor for bravery. I use lavender for rest. I use peace and calming for stress reduction. There's a wonderful oil called Stress Away that a ton of people love. These are basically aromatherapy. And I know it may sound woo-woo to you, but I'm telling you, they make an impact. So you want to get them in you, on you, and around you. And let's face it, when we're going through something difficult, we need to use all the tools at our disposal. So what I want you to do today or tomorrow at the latest is to write a list of things that equal self-care for you. If you need help implementing any of them, give me a call. Let's get this done for you. Because then you'll know anytime you feel a little bit low, you've got a place that you can go. So I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow live around 5. I hope that your evening is amazing. I'm so grateful for you guys. I really love you. And I know that together we can make a really big difference in each other's lives. So don't forget, let's get resilient. Join that group and let's do the 5-day challenge together next week. And the next time you have disappointment, you'll have a whole community to support you.